Hello, Tauruses, and welcome back to DQ Tarot and to your December 2019 love reading. Alrighty, guys, this is going to just be a general love reading. I'm not going to go, singles and couples or anything like that. It's just going to be a general look at the love for the end of this decade, right? Do check out your monthly reads, guys, for December. They are all up for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, all of it. Do check out your love reading for your Venus sign if you have not yet, and this is not your Venus sign. I find that that is probably the most accurate love reading that you'll probably get. But let's see what we get here, okay, guys? We're going to be using the Hobbit Tarot here, and we're going to look at love, all right? Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And stick around at the end. I will let you know about how you can get half off of the 20-minute and longer readings for the rest of the year, and how to book a reading for a gift for somebody. All right, so let's see. Taurus. Let's see what your energy in terms of love is this month. What is Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What is their energy in terms of love this month? Interesting. Hold on, I'm sitting on the heater here. It's just a little bit too hot, actually. It's been pretty cold. So let's see. Your goals for love this month. What do we want? This is interesting. This is all right, we'll take it. So your energy is somewhere between the Eight of Coins and the Fool, which is really interesting. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and it feels like you guys are really looking at how you can improve a relationship, how you can maybe even bring a new start to it. Maybe things have gotten stale, or they're just not as exciting anymore, or whatever it is. It just feels a little bit like we're looking for more excitement. We're looking for a new path forward, whether you're in a relationship or not. It's interesting because your goals here are Five of Swords and then Ten of Pentacles. You guys really want to get to a very stable, secure, abundant place. I think that you're looking for abundance and happiness and just a lot of luxury within a relationship at this time. You're looking for not just stability, security, happiness, and all those things, but it's like you're looking for a lot of that luxurious content, going on holiday time together. I'm not seeing like a lot of travel, but I don't know, with the Fool and the Ten of Coins and all of this, it just feels like we're looking towards that Ten of Coins, and that's what we're really aiming for within a relationship, which is, the meat, the potatoes, the whole shebang. It's all of it. It's not just all that, passionate, flirty, sexy, fun time. It's, this is my best friend, and I want to create a life with them, and I want to experience true abundance, especially physically with this person. So let's see how this month plays out, okay? In terms of love for you. How things play out this month. Okay. Ooh, I like that, actually. Wow. I can't wait to see how this one plays out. This is interesting. I like it. Ooh. This is a good month for love for you guys. I'm going to pull clarifiers in a second, but I want to leave it with these cards because there's quite a few out, and it's looking quite good, honestly, I have to say. Hold on, I just want to pull up some of your astrology notes that I have just to see a little bit here. Yeah, it's in your second house, that full moon lunar eclipse. And there is a great focus with money this month. I will say, I think that some of you are focusing on, or have at least been focusing on, very stable career, stable in terms of money, abundance. And that's really where our focus has been. But at the same time, here's love kind of horning its way in and saying, you know, we're just as important. So I would say this month, take time to make sure we're not, first of all, completing negative patterns, behavior. Make sure we're getting our mind out of that. You know, I really do feel that Jupiter moving into Capricorn is really showing us where we've needed to make some changes. You guys are making those changes, though. Could be a little bit of an internal battle in terms of some deep-rooted you know, patterns we have to work out, negative issues, especially ways of thinking or ways of going about relationships. But at the same time, with the Devil reverse, Four of Coins, let me get some clarifiers here. We also get the Four of Wands right after that. I mean, right after the Devil, it reverses itself here. And I like the Devil reverse. I'm a reader who is a fan of the Devil reverse because I think, for me personally, that means you're turning a devil energy on its head, a situation that you have allowed, an illusory situation especially, that you have allowed to kind of dictate your energy, to that you've been vacillating on, that you've been going around in circles, and something that brings you down or brings negative energy, toxic relationships, all of that. You're really turning it on its head, and you're like, toxic behavior in relationships, that's not me anymore. I'm not dealing with it. Not with this Four of Coins, Four of Wands. I would like something solid, stable, and I would like things to come together in a really harmonious way. So let's see what's going on there. Yeah, wow. I really like that. The Emperor has showed up so many times. He showed up in every love reading I've done so far, in Pisces and Sagittarius, and now in yours. There is a neat, wow, a lot of people are really strengthening their resolve in terms of coming into relationships. For some of you, you've gotten out of a negative headspace. I feel like in some of you, it's like if you've been internally fighting or warring over a person, what to do, how to deal with it, it could be them, because I do get the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and then the Emperor. And for me, for some reason, I get the sense that, I mean, even if you're the one that's going to be talking about your feelings this month and revealing feelings, telling people how you feel, or just trying to come back to a more strengthened and, I don't know, like controlled perspective within a relationship, which is really good. I mean, the Two of Cups, all this stuff over here is pretty good. We do see the Death card, but I don't hate it. I think that it is necessary. At the end of the year, it's going to happen. But at the same time, this could also be, for some of you, a love offer from somebody else, like a Pisces, an Aries, some type of water sign for most of you is what I'm getting here. But it could also be, again, a Leo or an Aries with that Emperor energy. I don't know. I just think that this Gemini full moon eclipse that we're coming into here is really going to bring some feelings right up to the surface in terms of love, in terms of our emotions. And I don't think that some of us are going to be able to hold back. Or again, if somebody else is communicating this, it feels like a good exchange. It feels like an equal offer, an equal exchange. We're on the same playing field. Got the same vision. So let's see. Ooh. Some of you it's a Taurus. I mean, not a Taurus. A Scorpio. Itchy head, really strange. Like itchy on the crown of my head out of nowhere. This is weird. We keep getting this King of Rods, Emperor stuff too. Could be a Leo. It could be an Aries as well. But whatever it is, somebody's got something pretty big in terms of their passion for you to show you. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is quite a phallic card. It doesn't have to be that somebody's presenting with you. It doesn't even have to be a male if you're not interested in men. Or, I don't know. Whoever this is that's coming in, there's a very strong energy. And yet you're also approaching with an equally strong energy because we're ready to end a situation. We're ready to end something here. We're ready for transformation of a relationship. We're going to end the negative. We're ending all this crap here. We're ending the crap. The BS. Things that haven't been working. The miscommunication. The let's fight about stupid things that don't matter. Let's let's not talk to each other. Let's not be honest about our feelings. And let's run around in circles, bringing toxicity into the relationship. That's ending. And there's a solid, stable union that we come into. Things do, and I know some of you guys are in the throes of it, and you're gonna be like, I definitely don't see this coming, like, screw that, like, you're lying, whatever. But it does change. Like, I can't tell you that there's not a shift here, because there is absolutely change coming in. There's something, again, and this came up in your other reading, there's like ingredient X, it just kind of falls into place, even if it hasn't before. Even if you're in this energy, which is where we're coming out of, lack of energy, lack of drive, lack of ability to have a new beginning and communication. There's just like, it's like it's just messy. And then it feels like after that full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, and possibly when we have a big trine in the middle of the month with Uranus in your sign and Jupiter in Capricorn, it feels like luck, good fortune start to shine their way down, but you again have to be willing to make some changes. Let's think back to the last eclipses this year. We've had a few eclipses this year. We've had 3 in Capricorn, and we will by the end of the year. We had one in January. We had another set of eclipses in July. We're going to have another set of eclipses this month. So one last time, Judgment rolls up, and in our relationships, asks us, oof, what a combo, we got to take it, and asks us, Devil, Chariot reverse actually came up before, and then the Ace of Pentacles. What is not bringing us stability? What is in between us and the stability, the Ace of Pentacles that we're looking for, the stable, solid, reliable relationship, the love that, again, is the meat and the potatoes. You guys are the type of people who are more interested in, yes, Venusian rules. There's all that, Venusian benefic energy about Taurus, and they're known to be very passionate, loving, stable lovers. They love somebody in all of their aspects. And if people say that that's boring, then they don't really know how beautiful love can be when you are fixed, when you're in a stable, solid, happy relationship where you are with your best friend. For Tauruses, that's a big, big thing. Somebody that you can rely on, somebody you can build with, somebody that isn't going to turn their back one day, on any random day and just start driving in a different direction. We have to figure out what is driving a wedge between where we are and where we want to be in a relationship. What drives the wedge? What's driving a wedge there, and how do we get there? I didn't even finish showing you guys the upper deck here. We get the Queen of Cups and Death after that 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and that's nice. I like it. She listens to her intuitions. She's more involved in her emotions. When you get involved in your emotions, you're allowed to make the changes that are necessary when you start looking at that. Or again, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, things are really changing. They're going in a great direction. Again, a Scorpio or a Leo feels quite present here. But again, we just keep getting the death card. So I'm going to have to say, if it is a water sign, it might be a Scorpio. It might be a Pisces with the moon sign. Could be either or. But there is directions that needs to be, we need to choose a direction here and go in it. We need to see what drives, the wedge in between, what's driving a wedge in this situation. Because I think when you look at it for more than a second, it's going to be very obvious. And you're going to realize where you need to change and shift. Where does your love lie is a question that I don't know why. It's like coming from, that was like really intense, like channel message there. But where does your love lie, Taurus? And who does it lie with? Temperance and the Wheel. Things are coming into alignment. They're coming into balance. And you kind of have to let things, do that. Different energies and, emotions and, the knowledge, the learning, it's Sagittarius season, so we're getting to a new point of understanding. We're expanding our world here. You have been, your sign is in Uranus now, and I think that Taurus is not the same sign that it used to be at all. We're not the same, are we? No. Even in love, we're willing to take chances, work, mingle together. We're so much we're so much more ready for change and to be open to it and to shift than we used to be. Whereas Tauruses used to be known as that sign that's uncomfortable in change. We don't like it being a fixed sign. You know, Tauruses will never change. That's not true at all. Especially not with Uranus in your sign. This is like a beautiful shift. Like, I'm willing to do what it takes to get me to that love. I'm willing to let go of unhealthy situations. I'm willing to recognize where I need to shift. Recognize where I've been fighting this. Recognize where I've driven my own wedges with my own problems here that I've needed to work through within a relationship. It's for some of you, if you are in some type of triangulated situation and you haven't been able to make some decision, and because I do see that here, even though I don't see a lot of threes, there's conflict and choices for sure. For those of you that are in it, you're gonna have to let's see, make a decision. Ace of Swords. The Hermit. You got to spend some time with your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions. Ooh, you get the Hermit and the Hangman. Yeah, if you are in a situation where you have choices and you really don't know what somebody means to you, where something's going, I think that you have to really look into your feelings here and decide, again, if we're trying to pull together too many contradicting forces and energies for the situation to work, or if it's time to just separate yourself. And I think for some of you, you're realizing that a separation has to be had. Ace of Swords, the Hermit, and then the Hanged Man. Like, wow, that is some contemplative, meditative, let's look at this from a different perspective. Let's take ourselves out from wherever we are now. Let's take a step back. Let's be quiet. Let's take on silence, introspection, looking at it from a different perspective, seeing it from anybody else's perspective but your own, feeling it from that other person's perspective, seeing things in a way that you didn't before, because right now you're ready to look into your cups, which is really interesting. You're ready to delve into that knowledge, into your cups here. Again, this could have a lot to do with Scorpio or something that happened in Scorpio season, but just because there's 2 Death cards and a King of Cups here, and I can't really ignore that. But at the same time, he also talks about emotional maturity in yourself. What is the emotionally mature, intelligent decision here? If you're looking at snaky behavior, you might realize that you're not willing to do it anymore, that you can't really say go for one thing while pursuing it from the back end. It's like, look at this hand while the other hand does something else, which is interesting. I don't usually get that from these cards, but that is the kind of feeling I get here. Looking at our motives, looking at the other people's motives in terms of love. The Last Judgment asks you to make a change. Really look at the past behaviors. Look at where you want to be going. And is what you're doing right now, is what you're trying to work towards with this person, this situation in terms of love. Does it really match up with what your final goals are, with what it is you really want? Or are you trying to make compromises for somebody that doesn't give you that? 5 of Pentacles, there will be a separation. There will be a cutting off of somebody in your life here in terms of love for sure, and in terms of feelings. Could be the same water sign that we're grappling right here with. But what we're looking for is equal opportunity and equal exchange, and we have to be very clear about that. We want truth, we want justice, we want we want success in a relationship. We want to feel like we're getting back what we're putting into it. I believe, just because I see Taurus and I see the moon in this is probably moon and Taurus energy. I'm not sure. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But this is just very focused on the balance. 6s are good. Once you separate yourself from something, once you cut somebody out, once you spend some time alone, you will be able to see how to bring equality, fairness back into your loving relationships. And for Earth signs, I don't know why that is, especially for you. Equality and fairness is very important to you in relationships. You don't like to put effort in love. You don't like to give your amazing slab of terrain love to just anybody. If they're not going to appreciate the effort, and if they're not going to reciprocate the efforts and put in the same, amount of love and care and effort that you do, then bye. I mean, Tauruses are not the type of sign that's, literally, Princess of Swords reverse, 4 of Swords, you will ghost them. If you realize this month that you're not getting what you deserve out of a relationship, if it's not equal, you're like, fine, I'm going to harshly be quiet. It's like a harsh sense of quiet. And I do feel like you guys have this ability to turn off your speech this month and just be very quiet in terms of your feelings because you're working through stuff. So while you work through those things, while you let people go, while you realize who's unhealthy, who's not healthy, who is healthy, who's unhealthy, what is toxic, what isn't, and where you really want to be going, and what's actually going to bring you there versus how you're kind of putting a wedge in between yourself and where you want to be in terms of love. These are all things we're going to be focusing on this month. Wow. Oh boy, I'm just glad your reading wasn't as long as Pisces. I hope none of the love readings this month are as long as that one. That one was crazy. Oh my gosh, they exhausted me. Let's see, let's pull some Doreen Virtue Romance Angel Oracle cards for love for you guys. Ooh, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And maybe it is the holidays, maybe you travel, the other person doesn't travel. For some reason, you could be separated at this time. However, I do feel for some of you, you're separating yourself from a toxic relationship or a situation. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. That feels more like when we come back out of this separation, this quiet place. And I don't even feel separation for a lot of you as like breakups, but it's that you need time to work through. It's like, again, you just need time to shift. There's a shift obviously happening this month in terms of your emotions and your feelings and love and all that. And big surprise, of course it's happening. Look at all the astrology and stuff. But you need time to contemplate this. You really need time to look at this from a different angle. And that's okay. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, because this is what we're coming back with. And like, damn, that's beautiful. Expressing your love and passion. I like it. I like your reading, Taurus. I really do. If you guys haven't, do make sure to subscribe. Do make sure to share the video if you enjoy it and you think it could help somebody. I really appreciate all of my support from you guys. I really, really do. So thank you. Especially you, Tauruses. You are one of my highest watching groups. And I could do more readings for you than I think any other sign. You, Aquarius, Pisces, I would say. And Sag, actually, lately. So you got competition, Taurus gang. All right, let's pull a Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle for any advice and guidance for love and romance this month for you guys. I really like that. I'm not pulling anymore. We're done with it. That's beautiful. No, we'll pull one more. I know I said like I wasn't. As soon as I make a decision, I always flip-flop, don't I? But yeah, okay. I like it. All right, this is good. Joy. I really like this one. Joy. So, it is time to find the joy in this moment and to find that joy more often. Should this card come up in your divination, it heralds the arrival of more happiness and profound joy into your life. It is a good omen. Actively seek pleasure and build more of the things that give you personal joy and laughter in your life. After all, we build in appointments for the dentist. Why not for our own pleasure? Beautiful message. And then we get, wrong way. We get Jack-o'-lantern. Protection. Know that you are protected and that you are capable of creating the life that you want. Should Jack shine? Sorry. Oh my God. Let me start that over. I skipped a whole sentence. I know that you are protected and that you are capable of creating the life that you want and that the universe supports you in this should Jack shine his light upon you. Boundaries are important to teach people how to treat us, and drawing this card indicates that you may wish to renew the ones you have or to establish new ones. There's been a lot of messages this Sagittarius season and this December about boundaries. I think that we're really looking to restructure our boundaries in terms of love, in terms of friendships, relationships of all types, in this coming new year. So keep an eye out in the readings for that kind of message. That's been in the daily readings like a lot. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed rest of December, and that everything with relationships and love goes wonderfully. Blessings to all of you. If you want to get half off of 20-minute or longer reading, I am doing that for the remainder of the year. So up until we hit 2020, you can book a reading for half off for any 20-minute or longer reading. And you can also gift readings. Just please email me, okay? My email and all the information on booking a reading is in the description box below this video. Have a wonderful and blessed rest of the month. Namaste, my amazing Tauruses. I love you all.